Back now to kick off the 2019 football season. It's underway. Smith going to field this one out about his own 11-yard line. Good block, cuts across the middle. A lot of real estate out front. He's got just the kicker to beat. Good stiff arm there. 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Into the end zone. Flag's going to bring it back out to the 29. First give's going to be to the fullback up the middle, no doubt about that one. Kashawn Wright rumbling, bumbling, stumbling down to the 16-yard line. Expect nothing different here for the Minutemen. Line up in the stack eye. One receiver set to the top. Keeper by Worley. Looks to come to the near side, makes the first man miss, but they're going to clean it up. Stack eye, Worley under center. Ball's going to hit the ground. Nothing doing there. It's going to be Eagle football either way. Two receivers split out to each side. Play action. Luckett's going to roll out. Has a receiver out there, and Chase Alston. Big catch. 10-yard gain and a first down. Holds on to the football. You're on 2nd down and 5 from the 25. Cromwell's going to come in motion. It's going to be a trap. Coming across the near side. Look at the shiftiness of the fullback there. And he's going to work his way across midfield out to the 45. Play action here. Luckett has Garmin, but decides to go across the middle. No doubt about that one. Reaches out into the end zone. 29-yard pitch and catch from Josh Luckett to the freshman, Kashawn Wright, for his first varsity touchdown.
And that young man does it all. Coming out of the backfield, runs past the defenders. A great touch on this ball from Luckett.
Extra point on here for Chandler Holly. Kick is up. And the kick is good. The Eagles strike first on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. 29-yard touchdown pass from Josh Luckett to the freshman Kashawn Wright. One receiver split out to each side. Man's going to come in motion. Going to hand it off up the middle. Nothing doing there to Katarius Gilmore. It's going to bring up a big 4th down here.
William Harrison broke that one up immediately. Big number 67.
On their 3rd drive of this ball game, going to have a receiver split out to each side. Luckett's going to look to pass, has Garmin on the streak route, looks to turn back. Garmin going to make the catch. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5 into the end zone for the touchdown. 69-yard pitch and catch from Luckett to Garmin.
What a play right here. This is Garmin. I tell you what, Luckett lays it out there beautifully. Tip off the face mask and back again. Turns around, and with all his speed, he can just jog to the end zone. What a catch, what a throw.
Garmin to hold Chandler Holly to attempt the extra point. The Eagles strike on their first play from the line of scrimmage. Good snap, good hold, kick is up. The kick is good. The Eagles quickly light up the scoreboard once again, 14-0. Pistol formation once again here for Worley. He's going to keep it, bringing it to the near side. Eagles sniff that one out. Offset eye for the Eagles. Smith going to get the handoff. Big hole going to open up there across midfield, 45. 40 swirls. He's going to get the football off the right side, continuing to roll forward down to the 25. Give him 12 on that carry. Receivers split out to each side. Luckett going to roll out. Naked bootleg, steps through the arm tackle. Good mobility there by Luckett, and he picks up plenty for the first down. Man will come into motion. Tall sweep coming to the near side of Smith. Gets that head of steam across the 5. Going to have receivers split out to either side. Smith going to get the carry. Falls forward into the end zone. 1-yard touchdown run by Jerron Smith. Putting the Eagles up 20-0 here with 1:58 left to play in the first half. Snaps good, holds good. Kick is up by Holly, and the kick right down Main Street. 21-0. The Eagles lead on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. 1:58 left to play here in the first half. Ball's going to hit the ground. Ball's going to hit the ground once again, still floating around. Looks like the Minutemen's going to fall on it for about a yard gain. Garrett Worley in the shotgun. Worley, straight drop back, fires it up the middle, has a receiver out there. Going to be tipped by Belcher, undercut it just a little bit. Flag's going to fly. That's Marius Holland kicking this one off. Deep kickoff. Gas back to his own 1. Lots of real estate out front. Franklin County able to break the coverage, though. And great job there. Not much doing there. Loss on the play. A bit of a change here. Gas going to come across the formation. Worley going to keep the football, and he will pay for that. He'll pick up about a yard on the carry.
Eagles showing pressure again. It comes. Hunter Canaday.
Good blitz on the outside there. More in the backfield with him. Hands it off to Gilmore. Nothing doing there. Stay with the one receiver set to the top. Well, he's going to keep it. Nothing doing there. Going to bring up 4th down. Important play here for the Minutemen. They don't pick up this 1st down. They're going to give the Eagles the football in great field position, and they're going to do just that. Was brought to you by Christina Deffenbaugh at Weichert Realtors, Bridges and Company. We thank her for her big support, and that's going to be right out in the open. And that's a great way to respond to a big hit there, Derek.
Oh, yeah, it sure is.
Clock winding down here for the Eagles. Luckett's going to roll to his left. Big pressure, steps outside of that, finds some real estate, and he will dive his way into the end zone. Josh Luckett, 12-yard touchdown run. And that shows the scrambling ability of that young man. Feels the pressure, calm, cool, and collected.
That's exactly what I was going to say. The poise shown right there in that play by this young man to sidestep the defender in the backfield, makes his way to the pylon, shows some quickness to get to the end zone.
Chandler Holly on to attempt the extra point. Garmin to hold. Snaps good, holds good. Kick is up. Wasn't pretty, but gets the job done. Eagles take the lead 28-0. Keep the lead there on the Franklin Finance scoreboard with 1:06 left to play in the 3rd quarter. See if the play call here is on 2nd and long. Worley wisely keeps it, but has to pay on that one. Big stop there. Worley straight drop back. Big pressure, going to have that one knocked out of his hand. And they're going to call that one incomplete. Parker Scott, Johnny on the spot. And Derek will catch this one on the Bob Parcell replay as Worley on the straight drop.
Man, I'm on hard to tell here. He is going back. No, sir. That football was out. Parker Scott got his hand on it before the forward motion.
Good punt here out of his own end zone, out past the 44. Takes a Minutemen bounce. 4th down here. Pass across the middle. That's going to be overthrown, and it looks like Franklin County will be able to preserve the shutout. And are just one knee away. There you see Coach Edwards firing up this Eagle team after a big 28-0 shutout over the Liberty Minutemen. A big difference from a year ago. Look at the smiles on those faces. And I tell you, this Eagle team playing like something special here on night 1. Offense, defense, couple mental mistakes, Derek, to start the ball game. But after that, they cleaned it up from the 2nd quarter on. And a lot of folks making a name for themselves. Jerron Smith picking up where he left off a year ago. You got Wright stepping up, coming out of nowhere for a big night as well. You've got Josh Luckett putting his stamp as the starter on this ball club. Not to mention the defensive side and all the guys stepping up there. Going to take a quick look at some of our stats, Derek, that you've been calculating over there.
Yeah, it's a lot of them. Not so much in the second half. This Eagle team, you don't want to say put it in cruise mode, but they kind of put it in cruise control there in the second half. Well in hand, this ball game was as they started the second half up 21-0. Not much doing at all, really, offensively for Franklin County. Not many plays, but overall, what a football game for this team. A just complete game. 318 yards of offense, 30 carries for 174 yards on the ground. Jerron Smith, 18 carries for 83 yards. Kashawn Wright, 6 carries for 74 yards. Smith had 1 touchdown. How about Luckett, 3 carries for 17 yards. He had that 12-yard touchdown run. So offensively on the ground, looking great. Through the air, I tell you what, Luckett was good. 2 big touchdown passes for that young man. And Kashawn Wright, 2 catches, 61 yards and a touchdown. The big one to Garrett Garman, a 69-yard touchdown pass to him. So just an overall really good performance for the offense. 4 of 6 for 142 and 2 TDs through the air. just all around a great offensive football game on that side of the ball. For Liberty, you talk about them. They had 87 yards rushing in the second half, 12 yards passing, so not much doing still for that group. Total of 203 yards offense for Liberty tonight. 41 carries for 191 yards, 1 of 7 passing for 12 yards, and obviously no points on the board is the big one. A shutout for the Eagles to get this season started.
Absolutely. Franklin County taking the all-time series lead now 9-8, breaking the series tie there. Also, big deal for Franklin County, their first win over Liberty since 2016. They had opened up the season for the past couple of years, so big job there. Lots of smiles on that far sideline, not only by the coaches and players, but by the fans, cheerleaders, and everybody who came to support this Eagle squad. They have earned this great bus ride back to Rocky Mount, starting the season off on the winning side. Things next week are going to get a little bit tougher, though, Derek, as they're going to have to take a road trip once again, a little bit shorter, as they're going to be visiting the Salem Spartans at Salem Stadium. Always a tough team. Franklin County, though, if they can continue what they're doing now, they're going to give the Spartans all that they can bargain for.
Well, you think back to last year, a 17-3 win for Salem in Rocky Mount. A game that, honestly, Franklin County could have and possibly should have won. I think 4 turnovers that Franklin County had inside, positive yard, inside the 30, several inside the 20 against a very good Salem team. But I tell you what, with this defense and the way they played tonight, and you're going to be facing a completely different opponent next week in Salem. They're going to be fundamentally sound. They're going to have playmakers. They're going to make plays. It's a tough place to go play there at Salem Stadium, an awesome facility, especially at the high school level. But the way this defense played tonight, they seem to be good enough to keep you in every ball game. The offense looked smooth. Luckett just looked like he was in control. Lots of poise from that young man. You got a freshman splashing onto the scene here at that fullback and right. And anytime you've got number 10 in the backfield and Garrett Garman out wide, a big play can happen any moment. So Franklin County looks good. They've got a lot working for them. And I'm really looking forward to next week. It should be a great football game with the Spartans.
Absolutely. If you're watching at home, be sure to come out and support this Eagle squad as they head to Salem next Friday night. Again, an all-time series that's very lopsided in the side of Salem, but Franklin County does have that 4 big wins over them. Another date you need to go ahead and mark on your calendar, September the 13th. You have no place better to be than right there at Cy Dillon Stadium for Franklin County's home opener, as they're going to be playing one of the tougher teams in the state, as its schedule doesn't get any easier, against EC Glass. So again, September the 13th, that's going to be your home opener inside the friendly confines of Cy Dillon Stadium. But that's going to wrap up our telecast for tonight, as Franklin County comes away with the big 28-0 win over the Liberty Minutemen. They start the season out 1-0. Liberty will start out 0-1. And again, our final score for the final time tonight, Franklin County 28, Liberty nothing. This has been a telecast of Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.